Morning. We'll give ourselves a few more moments for 11 o'clock for our chat with Kristy Carter, recreation therapist. All right, it's 11 o'clock in Tallahassee. Good morning. Welcome to SportsAbility, chat with Kristy Carter, recreation therapist. And with that, we want to say thanks, SportsAbility. Thanks to our sponsors through all the 30 years of us being together. We can't do it without you, and also all the participants throughout the state and throughout the nation that have helped support us. So with that, I want to say welcome. Do what you can do as you can do it. And I want to tell you a little bit about myself. I'm Kristy Carter, born and raised in Tallahassee, Florida, alumni of Florida State University, class of 1999. And with that, I got affiliated with SportsAbility and the Florida Disabled Outdoor Association as a class project back in 1997. We had to get involved in a community effort, and we wanted to so I was able to learn, and then from there been able to stay on as a volunteer, and then now serve on the board as vice president. And with that, get to serve in different capacities. We go out in the community, help encourage folks to recreate in what is fun and available to them. Recreation is different to each and every person. I enjoy my clogging. I enjoy reading, where other folks might enjoy fishing or hiking, things of that sort. So we know each person comes from a different perspective, and what brings joy and passion to each one is different, and that's what makes us all unique. And with that, during this time, we want to make sure that we are controlling what we can control. A lot of things are out of our control, and we just want to make sure that each day you take a deep breath, talk with your loved ones as you can, and then also do activities at home, because we do have that stay in order right now. I see a couple of questions coming up here. And what is the difference between recreation and therapeutic recreation? Many times the therapeutic recreation aspect is done in a hospital, but it's also carried out into the home life too. So therapeutic, what brings pleasure and joy to you, and then recreation is just out in the open and doing what you love, maybe in all different aspects. So for each person, sometimes people do find it very therapeutic to go gardening in the outside, or playing a soccer game with their friends, where recreation in general is just hanging out. So definitely it can be therapeutic to all. I see a comment there with clogging. Yes, there's opportunities right now during this time to use social media. Friend of mine, Andy Howard up in Atlanta, is teaching the beginner of clogging. So if you've always wanted to learn and didn't know where to learn or pick up a group, know that Andy Howard, look for him on Facebook, is teaching clogging. And he is breaking it down from square one. We are doing clogging using social media around the world. Tonight we'll be dancing world clogging from Australia. Last week we were up in West Virginia, Canada, and Texas. So it's been neat what social media has brought to all of us around the world and the nation. And so that has been pleasurable. Some folks might not have access to internet or whatnot. And so I know that can be challenging. So you might need to look at the resources around your house. What might you have? Maybe you want to do an art project. Maybe you want to doodle a little bit. What might you need to doodle? Maybe some inspiration from your book. With some paper and pencil, or maybe even a pen, to encourage folks to try things at home that may be resources that you already have in your house. We don't need a whole lot of tools, but we do sometimes need some inspiration, and that does help many times. I've been enjoying the opportunity of my gym. My local gym is still creating fitness classes for us. And with that, we are using Zoom, a different platform for folks. And my instructor has been inviting us each week to participate in a fitness workout. We're still doing it at the same time each week on Tuesday, Thursdays, and Fridays, keeping that routine in our life. And so that I work better with a routine and schedule. And I find that as a strength of my own. So with that, each day I'm still getting my exercise. And what are some of the benefits of exercise? Well, with that, there's many different benefits, from feeling better about yourself, knowing that you're being engaged in something. I know myself, I'm struggling, pushing away from that refrigerator. I keep wanting to go back for more and more, but then I have to remind myself, no, get up and walk around the house. Maybe grab those weights. Well, if you don't have any weights, maybe a can of vegetables could serve as a great weight for you in your house. Before I had weights in my house, that's what I was able to do. The other benefits of recreation and therapeutic recreation is just sitting outside in the front yard. I've pulled out a lawn chair and I've been going outside and reading in the front yard, enjoying that fresh air, listening to the birds, and watching the cat chase a lizard just this morning. So definitely lots of opportunities. We're fortunate in our community where our parks are still open, green spaces where we can go out, social distance, and be a part of our community and enjoy those beautiful green spaces that we have. Our trails are open. Just be mindful of keeping your distance, that there are nature is still there, be it different things, different vermins and whatnot. So with that, I'm looking at some of the questions too. In what patient setting do you usually work at as a CTRS, and how has your role changed during this pandemic? So personally, I work for the City of Tallahassee, Parks, Recreation, and Neighborhood Affairs. I don't necessarily function as a recreation therapist, but I am a recreation therapist. I get to help consult in different capacities. I'm in a community setting at our local senior center, the Tallahassee Senior Citizens Foundation is also another part of ours. We are working from home at this time. We are making calls to many of our seniors, ensuring that their well-being is taken care of. So that is how my role has changed. Generally, I'm in that office, helping do programming and different sorts, hugging and cheering on and all of that. And then, so now we're working from home and then trying to reach other people's needs through that. Also, we're using constant contact through our organization, sending out different resources for folks. So where can they get art supplies? What are some art things that they can do, be it online? What are some food resources in the community? So we've been very fortunate to have community relations folks that are helping individuals. Somebody shared a question about, what about seated? What if I use a wheelchair? Same thing goes. Go outside, sit in the yard, go try to enjoy your, enjoy the great outdoors. Not everything has to be, even if you do it seated, you can still do it standing. Stretches, reaches, breathing, all of those funness definitely happens. So I want to look at another question we have here. Let's see here. Mr. Dave Gussack, good morning. It's good to see you. I have questions. As an art therapist, I would love to have you speak to ways art materials could be adapted to allow for more creative expression. So with that, with art materials adaptations, say you don't have a paintbrush, maybe you have a Q-tip, maybe you have some cotton balls, maybe you have some plants in your yard. With that, you can use because you don't have any paints at home. You might be able to use some of the flowers from the yard to help give you color and whatnot. With the cotton ball, that could become your paintbrush, or the Q-tip. So variety of tools around your house, maybe even the eraser of a pencil can help be a modification for some art supplies. We all get junk mail. Maybe that becomes your doodle page to draw on, because maybe you don't have paper around the house. So definitely options that are available in our house to try to use without having to go out and buy supplies. Because I know we're supposed to be staying in place and we want to be mindful of that. Something else you might want to try, something I know I have stepped out of my comfort zone is I'm going to try to learn something new during this time. Yes, I'm a go-getter, let's be a part of the community kind of thing. But now that I'm home, because I do have a compromised immune system, I am diabetic, and I do have a pacemaker. So with that, I am doing my best to stay in place. So I have purchased a ukulele, a banjo ukulele at that. So it should be here on Thursday. So I am using YouTube videos to try to inform myself to learn how to play the banjo ukulele. At the Senior Center, we're fortunate to have a lady, instructor, Miss Pam Shank, who has been teaching ukulele for many years with us, and she's been doing some instructional videos online. So I hope to be able to join her and the other seniors when we get back to the building and show them what I've learned while being away. So trying to take this time to learn something new, step out of my comfort zone and learn something new. I encourage that for sure. And as I mentioned, maybe you don't have that device. Maybe a neighbor does or something that you can borrow from someone during this time. Because I know finances, we got to be mindful of what is going on. How long is this going to last? Maybe somebody's lost a job and don't have the finances to maybe purchase something, but you might be able to get creative and learn something new, be it beating on the pots and pans to just make a beat and help share some joy and happiness to other folks. So that's sort of a little bit of some ideas and options. Dave would like to hear about some banjo and uke. Well, I'm sure there's lots of folks that are hopefully going to be picking up something new. Today was something new for me with this technology, trying different tools. I tried using the laptop, didn't work, but went to the cell phone. So it is having all of us sometimes step out of our comfort zone to learn something new, try something different. And that's what SportsAbility is about. Trying different things. We might do it a little differently. We might try something that we once loved before our injury and try it now as an individual with different abilities, as I like to say. So with that, any other questions? Do know through the Florida Disabled Outdoor Association, we offer many programs throughout the year. Yes, we are based in Tallahassee, Florida. We have the Miracle Field out at off Lake Bradford Road in Tallahassee near the skate park, where we do year-round programs and activities. Check us out at FDOA.org. And with that, you can see our programs, and yes, we're abiding by our social distancing, so ensuring that we're staying out and about. But we hope to resume those activities. Generally in the summer, we play tennis, and we play tennis indoors at our Jewish temple. So we are very fortunate to have that relationship and partnership so that we can continue on in our area. Looks like Lori's going to try to practice up on her Spanish. So again, branching your knowledge, trying something new, something maybe that you've always been intrigued about and never had the time to do. I know we all say I don't have time to clean the house or something. Well, I still ain't making the time to clean the house, but I'm still trying to find times to tidy up different areas, have fun, finding some new craft supplies that have been stored in that corner, which the husband is grateful for, because clean out some of that stuff. Don't need it hanging around. Repurpose some crafts for sure. With that, had some craft supplies tucked away and been able to make some beautiful wall hangings for different family members and whatnot. Activities per day. I recommend what you are comfortable with. Each day, encourage yourself to try something new. Have that purpose, have that goal, because that might be your drive to get out of bed that day, to put on clothes, get out of those pajamas and become that person that you are each and every day. Yes, times are different right now, but we still want to encourage that each of us are doing something different and trying different things that we haven't had the opportunity to do before. Additional resources all around the state are available at the FDOA.org. Please check that out. And if you don't have the resources to a computer or anything like that, do not hesitate to call on the FDOA line, the 850-201-2944. We'll be checking our voicemails and be able to get back with you, because we do understand people have different resources and what are available to them in the different communities throughout. So we want to encourage everyone, go outside. Be a part of your parks. I know the pollen is high, especially right here in Tallahassee, but do it in limitations. Get that neckerchief wrapped around the face so that you can keep that pollen out of your eyes and whatnot. And with that, make sure that you're being a part of your community as best as we can with the social distancing. As the Leon County Parks say, stay an alligator distance away from each other. So we want to ensure that we do what we're told per our different areas and by our governor, ensuring that we're doing the social distancing while still enjoying each other. I do have to give a shout out to my friend Brian Donaway and his son Sam, who hosted a neighborhood DJ last weekend. So much fun. They posted Facebook Live, and that was something that Sam wanted to do for his community, his neighborhood. He put together some shout-outs together, and he was able to host a neighborhood walk for his community to ride their bikes, come do sidewalk chalk in their yard. And so those are creative ways which Brian, Sam, and Beth and Sadie were able to do for their neighborhood. Other folks are doing just happy hour in the neighborhood by just walking and whatnot. Folks are using Zoom for happy hour also. So again, different tools, stepping out of our comfort zones, ensuring that we are trying different things and taking that leap of faith sometimes, and being a part of what we can. So, any questions, any further questions out there? I see some love from our friend Brenda Gaines. Love you, lady. Thanks for all that you do, helping encourage folks to know about Miracle Sports, SportsAbility, and our Florida Disabled Outdoor Association. Again, our partners. We cannot say enough about every partner that we have within our organization statewide, allowing us to do what we are doing. This situation could not have come at a bad time. So with that, we want to ensure that everybody has the opportunity to do different things. Got another comment here from Mr. Dave Gussack. Perhaps there's a way you can encourage an art swap. Ooh, yes. Perhaps people can make art pieces out of supplies around the house, a collage or crafts. And then maybe you could post that on our Facebook page with the Florida Disabled Outdoor Association. Share what you're doing. We would love to see your projects. We encourage folks, please, you are a part of our family, and we are a part of yours, because we've been seeing each other for over 30 years together. And just want to thank David Jones for founding this wonderful organization, and Lori Gussack, Executive Director, keeping things going, and of course the board, our Florida Disabled Outdoor Board and our advisory, our wonderful folks that each month are getting together, and our fabulous interns who have also been helping create some things. Talk about also supply swap. I know we're supposed to be staying at home, settling in place, but maybe you have some supplies that you want to share. Maybe you could send leave them on the front porch. Maybe you can try, leave some stuff on the front porch and somebody can come by and pick them up because your resources are short, or you have a plethora of something and want to share with other folks. I know Brenda's encouraging folks to try some yard work. Never enough time for that. I know I picked up a lot of leaves and branches and whatnot. And so we were able to burn a little fire last weekend, got the yard all cleaned up in the back, and now it's on to the next project. We got the boat cleaned up, but just not going out today. Trying to continue that social distancing, as many of our ramps are closed in our area, but that's okay. We'll be ready when this thing is behind us so that we can be back a part of our community. And I think of it as just going back to the times of the early 90s and late 80s when we stayed at home more. We were a family. We have cooked dinner almost every night. My husband is amazing. He's been perfecting his skills on smoking on the grill, smoking on his smoker, and then grilling and cooking for our family. We live on a small farm here in Tallahassee, and so the 6 and 8 of us are able to get together and have that meal together as a family as we live out here, and keeping the social distancing, and having that contact has been nice without going out into the community. So thanks for the love for all the folks out there. We love you too, and we appreciate your support and your kindness through this. And we're here for you, to lean on you. If you have ideas or suggestions, please come to our Facebook page. I know we did some yoga yesterday, lots of virtual tours on the water, thanks to I Can Ski Too, out of with Ann and her team. Ann has passed away, but her team continues on to share throughout the state. So with that, I want to say thank you for your time. We've been here for a little bit together, and if you have any questions, shoot them out to us. We'll be happy to continue to answer anything that you might have. Again, thank you for your support. Be a part of your community as best as you can. It starts in parks, and it starts in recreation. Have a blessed day, and enjoy your day.